Hello, it's Gina, and this is the third lecture for vocabulary level 4. In this lecture, I'll be talking about fruits, vegetable, food, ways of cooking food, and so on. In each slide, there is 2 to 3 sentences and a picture of the food, fruit, or so on. So the first word is peach. This is the fruit. So the sentences are: would you like peaches and cream for dessert? So peaches can be um, eaten for dessert or as a snack, or usually it's put in desserts and so on. One of the two peaches had bruises. So bruises means that it was damaged. So it was damaged or maybe crushed. Eating peach is good for skin. So the second word is coconut. Coconut is a large fruit like a nut with a thick, hard brown shell containing hard white flesh with white liquid, which can be eaten. So basically, there is white liquid inside this, which can be you can drink it, and this white part can be eaten. The trees of coconut are high, usually 10 meters high. The white flesh of the coconut, often used in cooking grated shredded coconut. So basically, coconut can be eaten. Usually, it's turned into oil and it's used for the hair or for cooking and so on. The third word is pineapple, which is also a fruit. Kajin is allergic to pineapples, so she never eats pineapples. There are many pineapple trees around the beach. Pineapple juice is rich of vitamin C. Bean. So there are many kinds of bean. There is this black beans, red beans, broad beans, and so on. Coffee beans is another example too. Coffee beans are the bean-like seeds of the coffee tree. The villagers cultivate mostly maize and beans. The beans will only germinate if the temperature is warm enough. Onion. So, onion is used for cooking. It's considered as a vegetable. There's red onions, there's yellow, there's white onions, there's like many kinds. There's also spring onions, which is like a green, long um, thing. It's usually eaten with food or it's even used with cooking. I, al- I always cry when I'm chopping onions. Fry the onion and garlic for about 2 minutes. Lightly brown the onion before adding the tomato. What it means by brown the onion, it means when you fry the onions, you have to wait until the color turns brownish. So the fifth word is cucumber, which is also a vegetable. Peel the cucumber and chop it into small cubes. We eat tuna and cucumber sandwich. We need 3 cucumbers to cook our meal. Lettuce. So lettuce, like cucumber, is a vegetable and it can be used in salads. Shred the lettuce and arrange around the edge of the dish. Shred the heart of the lettuce and put it in a large bowl. One sandwich and lettuce leaf. Carla wanted this delicious meal. So, pepper. There is green pepper, yellow, and red, and it's used in cooking. Sometimes it's chopped and used, put into salad and eat rawly, and so on. Peppers are usually cooked with other vegetables or eaten raw in salads. Red peppers are ideal for roasting in the oven. Green peppers are almost sweet. Lamb. My brother bought a shoulder of a lamb for Sunday lunch. I bought a side of lamb from the butcher's shop. My mother cooked a lamb casserole for dinner. So casserole is it's the kind of food where it's made in a deep dish and it's put in the oven. Usually it contains meat, maybe chicken or um, lamb meat and so on. And it also contains maybe flour, rice, or potato or pasta. And there is cheese at the top usually. You can Google casserole and many images will come up. Beef. The spaghetti sauce is made with UK minced and UK and US ground beef. So in UK it's called minced beef, or in US it's called ground beef. And minced means when usually the beef is put into a machine and it basically makes the meat minced. People in England often have roast beef and Yorkshire pudding for lunch on Sundays. Yorkshire pudding is an English food and it's made from batter. He is a beef cattle farmer. Peanut. Children can easily break on peanuts. We need few munchies, some peanuts and crackers. Gully is allergic to peanuts, so we don't have to buy it now. Usually, peanuts is known for people. There are a lot of people that are allergic to peanuts, so it's known for that mostly. Chili. I added couple of chilies to the stew. My mom bought a selection of red and green chilies. So there is red and there's also green. I've seen yellow too. Please cut the chilies open and remove the seeds. So usually people might just eat it with food or they might chop it up and put it in food so the food can be spicy. So the next word is flour. And flour is usually used to make bread or cake and so on. In a large bowl, mix together the flour, sugar, and raisins in the bowl. Gently work the butter into the flour until there are no lumps left. To make a pastry, sieve the flour and salt into the mixing bowl. Sieve is also called sifter. So basically, it's like this thing where you put the flour inside. So there would be like no bits in the flour. Herb. So there are many kinds of herb, like in this picture. There's mint, there's bay leaves, rosemary, basil, purple basil, oregano, dill, cilantro, thyme, chives, and so on. But all of them together, they're called herbs. So basil, oregano, thyme, and rosemary are all herbs. A large range of herbs and spices are used in South Asian cookery. So usually these herbs are put into food so the food can taste better. We value herbs for their taste, but we forget that they have medical properties. Sometimes these herbs are even dried and they're made into powder, and the powder is also put into food. Spices. Just like herbs, there are many kind of spices, and these spices are put into food. Cinnamon, ginger, and cloves are all spices. So the general name is spices, but spices have kinds such as cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and so on. Spices are widely used in South Asian cooking. A large range of herbs and spices are used in Indian cookery. Sauce. So there are many kinds of sauces. There's barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, and so on. So please add a pinch of salt to the sauce. Stir the sauce gently until it begins to boil. People can make sauces for themselves. For example, they can make pasta sauce, or they can also buy the sauces. There are many sauces available to buy, but some people even make it themselves. Cream. Cream has many kinds too. Um, some creams are used in cake, some are used at the top of cake, like whipped cream. So these are some sentences. These cakes are filled with fresh cream. The pasta was served in a cream sauce spiked with the black pepper. Serve the tarts hot with custard and whipped cream. Pie. So pie is it can be a dessert and it also can be just for lunch. So the ones that are made for dessert is usually sweet and it contains apple pie is like the most well-known one, but there can be like apple pie, cherry pie. It's usually made out of fruits and this is eaten in desserts. There's also other pies that are made out of meat, chicken, vegetables or fish, and so on. The apple pie was as good as the one my grandmother used to make. Would you like some more pork pie, a pecan pie? Pie is a type of food made with meat, vegetables, or fruit covered in pastry and bakery. Yes. Grill. So this is a grill, and usually on the grill, meat is usually grilled on the grill. So I grilled the sausages, which is a type of meat, and they were so delicious. My mom is going to grill the big turkey in the kitchen. If we grill the pie meat, it will be so delicious. So this is called a grill. And if, for example, if you put the sausage on top of it, you can say that I grilled the sausage. So this is a verb. Fry. Fry the mushrooms in a little butter. So frying is basically putting food on a saucepan, in a saucepan, and which contains oil. Remember to cut off the fat before you fry the steak. First fry the garlic, next add the ginger. Barbecue. So barbecue is usually an outdoor thing. Many people, many cultures and people around the world, they barbecue. What they invite family over and they barbecue meat and so on. The supermarket sells a range of food ideal for summer barbecue. There was a lovely smell drifting over the neighbor's barbecue. Make sure to light the barbecue in plenty of time, and we will prepare the food very soon. Boil. So, boiling is when you put water or any liquid in a pot or so on and put it on heat and it basically boils. Liquid nitrogen boils at a very low temperature. If you give water to a small baby to drink, you have to boil it first. Obviously, boil it, then you have to let it cool down. Shirin scalded herself on some boiling water. Scalded means burnt. Okay, so noodles. My little brother likes to eat chicken noodle soup. Yesterday, you bought a packet of egg noodles at the supermarket. Sally will cook crispy noodles for lunch. Bake. Baking, usually bread is baked. Um, Cake is baked. It's basically when you put a kind of batter inside the oven. I made the icing while the cake was baking. Bake the cake at 180 degrees for about 20 minutes. Bake the pie for 5 to 7 minutes in a preheated oven. Preheated means an oven that is, you've turned on the oven before putting the food, the pie or the cake inside. Stir fry. So stir fry is basically it's like making like cutting maybe meat or chicken or so on and putting it in a pan and then mixing it over high heat while stirring it quickly. Usually it's like chicken and vegetables, like in this picture, that's chicken and vegetables. Um, and there's even noodles too. or it's just like meat and vegetables or so on. And basically, you just stir it really quickly while it's on the heat. We're having a vegetable stir fry for supper tonight. Stir fry the chicken for 1 minute and then add the vegetables. I don't like stir fry because I'm afraid to burn my hand. Okay, so the next slide is this slide is a quiz. So get a piece of paper and write the words. There's a picture, and I want you to write the word. Make sure that you have got the spelling correct. And the next slide, I will tell you the words and make sure you check if you've made a mistake or not. So pause the video now and answer. Okay, so um, this is the answers for these pictures, and take a look at it and make sure you've got the spelling right. If you haven't, don't worry, just write it a couple of times so you remember it. So I'll just read them for you. Cucumber, barbecue, peach, pineapple, chili, stir fry, lettuce, noodles, coconut, beans, flour, and onion. I hope you've got them all right, and if not, it's totally fine. You can just rewatch the video and practice, or just write them a couple of times on a paper, and you'll be all good. Okay, don't forget, make sure you use these words on a daily basis so you don't forget. And yeah, okay, see you till next lecture. Goodbye.